Taking a quick break, and I'll be handing off the mic to the wonderful and talented Frozenswade. Stay tuned.
はい、では改めまして、続いての作品は、バーズテイル。バーズテイルカテゴリー 2% モダンとなっております。こちらも解説の方いらっしゃいません。どなたかわかる方いらっしゃいましたら、募集の概要を読んだ上で応募していただけると嬉しいです。ディスコードで喋る上での配信などで喋るのはちょっと恥ずかしいよ。ちょっと緊張しちゃって怖いよって方いらっしゃいましたら、チャットの方でアシストしていただけると嬉しいです。特に私が嬉しいです。では、ここでちょっとイベントの概要を改めて振り返ってさせていただきましょうか。現在、ジャパニーズリストリームでは RPG リミットブレイク2023の様子を公認で日本語ミラー配信しております。RPG リミットブレイク2023は RPG 作品に対して特にフォーカスしたチャリティー RT イベントとなっております。RPG という特徴のため、タイトルの平均時間は比較的長く、他のイベントではなかなか見れないようなタイトルも予定されております。今回のイベントは、ユタ州のソルトレイクシティにあるダブルツリーバイヒルトンソルトレイクシティエアポートでオフライン開催されております。ウェブにいる玉ざらしのでかいぬいぐるみかわいいですね。今回の RPG リミットブレイク2023も例年に引き続きナショナルアライアンス・オン・メンタル・イルネス通称 NAMI を支援するためのチャリティー RT イベントとなっております。NAMI は精神疾患を持つ方やその家族、心の不調や悩みを持つ方々を支えることを目的に設立された非営利団体となっております。特定のゲームには寄付と関連いたしまして、高難易度への変更、エンディングの選択肢などが予定されており、各項目ごとに設定された目標寄付金額を達成した際に行われます。また、寄付金額を表に見立てたビットボーによってキャラクター名や選択肢などが決定されることもあります。寄付額に対する報酬は URL からご確認いただけます。直接の寄付が難しい場合、ザ・イエティで販売されている RPG リミットブレイク2023のコラボ T シャツを購入することで間接的に寄付が可能となっております。本イベントは17日から始まっており、ちょうど昨日ですね。で、23日のお昼頃まで24時間昼夜問わず開催されております。ぜひ最後までお楽しみください。
Thanks for tuning in.
みこん8000円高っ。
Alrighty, Frostspade here. In an effort to support the mission statement of NAMI, we would encourage our chat and our donors to avoid using mental health-related pejoratives such as crazy, insane, nuts, mental, or bonkers when describing situations that are extraordinary. We would ask you to be mindful of the language you use, as many people do not even realize these are pejoratives. Instead, consider using words such as bananas, wild, extraordinary, superb, amazing, or ridiculous. We greatly appreciate your cooperation in this and hope that you can carry this forward in your everyday lives.
バーズテイルですが、奏者の方は紹介いたしましょうか。奏者の方、オルガンマイクさん。ですが、ちょっと、
organMike, take it away.
リードランドトコムのページ覗いた限りですが、ちょっと、掲載されて記録掲載されておりません。ちょっとご了承ください。主にウルテマシリーズかな、これ。走らせていまして、4タイトルでワールドレコードをお持ちの方です。
give a lot of spiel and do a lot of dramatic reading and do a lot of fun things like that, but I understand we're running very late. So I'm not going to spend time. We'll see if we can buy back a little bit of the marathon time by having an incredible run instead. I think that will be hopefully as impressive as me getting out my big voice. Right, so this is the Bard's Tale trilogy. This was a 2018 remake of several games from the 80s.
ウルティマシリーズ。
Together in one neat little package as a promotional release for the
背景が怖いな、バズテイル。
purchased but not tried yet. So we will pick new game. We're doing Tales of the Unknown Volume 1. Frozen Spade, I had an incentive for this. Are we going into legacy mode and turning on the old experience requirements?
With the overwhelming support of the community, we have met the legacy full XP requirement.
Oh dear. All right. So the legacy mode allows you to play the game like it played in the 80s.
事前にオプション設定した上で始めることできるんですね。便利。
So several of these, like no items entry has really no impact on the run. Save at guild only has a huge impact. This was a game from the 80s. The only place you could save was at the adventure where you started the game.
フル XP リクワイメンツかな。こちらはビット設定されておりまして、レガシフル XP かな。経験要件を元のゲームに変更しておりまして、それでちょっと難しくなっております。達成されたため、こちらを設定されております。
from the second and third games, which are going to be very useful in this particular game. Game-specific songs, the way the Bard's song mechanics works, I'll explain some of that during the game. Use unequipped items, I'll turn that off. That's actually to my advantage to have it on, because I could use items from the inventory without having equipped them. Anyway, the only one we've got on is full experience requirements. Let's get rolling here. Yes. Nice little tip. Then we have this lovely little introductory song, which we will skip, unfortunately.
はい、始まりました。グッドラックです。
Of the unknown. We have our basic story. Evil wizard takes over small town. We will start by deleting pre-made team. And we will create 3 new members. The first I will create myself is a male hobbit rogue. We're looking for 18 dexterity and
キャラクター設定かな、これ。
just get wiped out. So just re-roll till we get 18 dexterity.
おや、ダイス
Some good hit points on there.
STR、レックス。おや、ダイスで決めてんのかな、これ。ステータス。すげえ。
I'll explain why after. I have naming incentives for
キャラメイクゲーなんですかね。
for the bard.
能力値のリロード。
Male or female bard?
1D6。
All right, looks like the name for the bard, with a generous $200,
Ooh.
is John Oliver.
John Oliver. Male, then, I'm assuming. And John Oliver shall be a dwarf bard.
はい、こちら、名前の方、ビットを設定されておりまして、1人目が、ジョン・オリバー。で、もう1人、どうなんだ？
It's actually a random number between 1 and 8 and adding a bonus for each of them. There we go. There's a number. Class default, John, with a capital J, Oliver. And I have a spellcaster.
あ、違うな。
Name, please.
The name for the
あ、今のがジョン・オリバーですね。
which I
うん。
believe to be a last-minute
失礼い
donation
た
is
しました。
Hoishin, Hoishin.
Hoishin. Hoishin. Male or female? Male. Thank you. So the spellcaster is an elf. Conjurer. Now, there's two kinds of spellcasters, Conjurer, Magician. I'm going to explain those mechanics as we go. Intelligence and Dexterity we're looking for here. 16s in both of them are the maximum I can get, and I want 16s in both of them. I will settle for a 16 and a 15, but I really want a pair of 16.
ダイ
So the
スという
stats,
ちょっとクトゥルフ、
5 stats it's rolling for.
ク
Strength
トゥル
Intelligence
フ
Constitution.
TRPC が恋しくなってくるな。
Not with only 16 hit points, that would be death. Strength, if your strength is above 15, there we go, there's a roll. Strength is above 15, you do additional damage on melee attacks. This was hoishin.
イント18はあって損はないですね。
And there we go.
ホイシン
All right, we are going to get this thing going. Enter the... Oh, Frozen Spade, I've got a question for you. I don't need the game controls. Do you like flute, harp, or mandolin?
Give me some flute.
Give me some flute. All right, we're going to purchase flute. John Oliver's going to play us some flute music. All the sound you hear in this game is diegetic, meaning it comes from within the game itself. So,
びっくりし
don't
た。
actually get any background music unless your bard is playing music.
あ、こんな感じで進んでいくんですね。
And this is a statue just sort of standing there. We're going to engage in an act of vandalism and fight.
ああ、こうやって攻撃すんだ。へえ、すげえ。
18 damage.
侍
Okay. We're not hitting it very hard. You might notice my characters are healing after every round. That's because of the Botter Kiln Fest that John Oliver is playing. We're going to go through here.
すごいなんか紙芝居のような
Tavern-
感じ。
Taverns are in a very useful function. John Oliver can order himself some ginger ale.
あ、3人で進んでいくの
I'm
か。
impressed, but that's fine. And that will recover his songs. He can only use one song per level he has. And then we're also going to order wine. And they say, go down to the cellar and pick out a bottle yourself. That puts us in the dungeon. And since we have the experience requirements from the original game, they also put back the set fights.
また侍が。
So now that you all have the flow of the game, so the samurai has very few hit points this time. Now that you have an idea of what's
ど
going
うした
on,
早
I'm
い。
going to initiate party combat. We can do this at any time. Just defend. But again, we're singing that song, so we're healing our party as we go.
と、
And
コマンド入力が早い。
leave that. Go back underground. Order some wine. Go pick out a bottle. Costs me 3 gold every time I do that. And we'll go fight this samurai again. So this being an old roster RPG,
侍あげん、侍。め
grind until you find
侍めっちゃ出てきますね。
the speed of the text in the battles now that you all know what's going on. So we've killed 3 samurai. I need to get rid of 6 to get my first level. Oh, that's okay. That is not. All right, that's why I auto-save before each of them.
いい
So this temple right here is the thieves'
Oh,
temple.
yay.
They heal rogues for
これは
free.
なんだな
They
んだ。
don't charge guild members. We'll
あ、
fight
やっと
them.
侍が出て、こう出てきました。
Shouldn't have, but we did. Heal the whole party. It costs money. 10 gold per hit point to heal. We also found a mace, so let's equip that to Wayne. Wayne. So, the story of me in this game goes back way to when I was a wee child, and I was learning to play these games in my parents' basement by watching my father and his best friend. And that best friend was a man by the name of Wayne. And Wayne, unfortunately, earlier this year, passed away from a brief battle with cancer. And so, in honor, I have been naming my rogue.
あ、今ビット、さっきのビット見ました。マジホイシンさん。
So, that's the story behind
マジでホイシンさんが一番多いな。びっくりした。
This is the review board. This is where we get level up. The little arrows beside each of the characters' name tell us we have enough experience. We're going to be save scumming some stats here. We do not want luck.
テイルズで侍で
Take a point of intelligence. It's fine, even with that low spell point gain.
キャラメイ
We're
ク。
looking
う
for
んう
search,
ん。
disarm, and hide in shadows skill. 4 and 5 are about as low as I
ロ
can
ード
get.
中。
I want 10s and 11s in those. I'm not even going to take a 9 and a 7. No, come on. Come on, game. Come on. 4. No. We'll live with that. And poor John Oliver just needs a level. And we need to kill 6 more samurai to get our next level. So I mentioned that there were 2 kinds of spellcasters we could start with. So Hoishin is a conjurer. As a conjurer, they sort of create things out of thin air. They create magical effects.
おいしいズまで。
They summon
あ、
monsters.
本当だ。レベル上がりましたね。
Conjurers are your basic, your sort of your lowest level of spellcaster. But we also had the option to take a magician, and a magician, they enchant things. They make the walls of the dungeons light up. So whereas a conjurer would create a fire in the air, a magician will just make the walls glow. Why not? Then you go up from magician, you get to sorcerer. Sorcerers are illusionists. They summon all sorts of weird creatures that don't actually exist. They're the ones who will give you your ability to see traps in the dungeons and to
おいしいさん強え。
find hidden things. And oh, wrong button. I want that. There we go. Dissension in my ranks. Not really. We're just going to use the game's systems to heal up. And beyond sorcerer, there's wizard.
ショップなんで今
And
の
wizards
めっ
are the
ちゃおしゃれな人。
trilogists. They're the ones who summon up the big monsters.
ショップの人なんかな。
They also have some very handy skills for dealing with the undead, which we're going to need later. So Hoishin is going to follow a career path which is going to take him all the way through Conjurer to get all 7 levels of spells.
繰り返して使いさなきゃいけない。作業みたいな感じなんですか？
Finally to end up in Magician.
17、8。
We are almost done to get to our next level of spells.
あ、本当だ。
There's a
あ、
level of spells every odd level for your spellcasters. You have to buy them from the review board. So, nope, not going to let Hoishin go in there. Weirdly, despite the fact that we're not drinking anything, ordering wine, we're getting drunk for some reason. I don't understand it, but that's the way the game works. There we go. There's our level up. Do, 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 do. You get used to the songs after a while. There's one in the 3rd game that turns off random encounters. You get real used to hearing that one. Now, you see the little star beside Hoishin that says that I can purchase new spells for him. And I will be. Not with a 4 in Hide and Shadows. Come on. So what they've done, when they made this trilogy, they carried some abilities back to
お
the other
こん
games.
なに住んだことある。
Originally, the rogue's only real use in Bard's Tale 1 and 2 was to open treasure chests. So we get 4 new spells there. But in the 3rd game, they developed the Hide and Shadows skill to be much more useful.
じゃあ最大 HP は上がっ
Pardon me.
てますし、ホイシンさんは SP34 になりました。
The Hide and Shadow skill allows the thief to walk off the combat line and to backstab enemies. And in this game, a backstab causes a critical hit. And a critical hit is not just more damage, but is an instant kill. Hitting something for 1 point of damage and critically hitting it is killing it. So we're actually going to go do some more vandalism over here. Some more difficult vandalism. So we're actually going to, in here, we're going to change our bard song after we do a heal up. 3Ds, 2Ys. 3Ds, 2Ys.
NPC は、いや、コマンド入力が早い。
We're going to change our bard song. We got 6 to pick from. We want the Wayland's Watch. Makes enemies do less damage in combat. And we're going to take on this guy, Stone Giant. We're going to use that Hide and Shadow skill to change the status to Hidden. Attack foes up to 20 feet away. 10 feet is melee range. Critically hitting for 1 point of
お
damage.
別の敵が来ました。早い。
These guys are worth more experience, which is, you know,
ゴーレム。
for right now. We cannot have the spellcaster killed. Because as expensive, we cannot have the spellcaster
Ah.
killed. Game, please.
ああ、魔法使い
As
打たれ弱
expensive
い。
as it is to heal hit points at the temple, healing conditions and death, is much more. Go over here. We are going to enter into party combat. We can use bard songs in combat, so we're going to do that. So the difference, one of the legacy options is to use the bard songs as they were originally programmed. In the first two Bard's Tale games, the bard song's strength depends on where you were when you cast it, which is a really weird way of doing things. In Bard's Tale 3, which is the most linear of the games, they changed it so that the bard song was related to the strength of the bard, specifically to their level. Oh, we didn't succeed on the hide check. Yeah, that's going to happen next, yeah.
また倒れてしまった。
So everyone's ready for level. We'll go and take it. Way.
次どこ行くんかな。
You drill. This is Roscoe's Energy Emporium. We'll talk to Roscoe in a bit. Where am I going? I'm going to the review board. That's right. Here we go. Let's save scum. We're not 7 spell points is tough to give up, but I need those. I need the right stats. So I mentioned strength raises combat damage. Intelligence raises your magic points at level. That's about all it does. Dexterity means you go first in combat. Yeah, we'll take that even with the low count. And also dexterity affects the bonuses on thief skills when you level up, which is why I wanted an 18 dexterity for Wayne, which is not doing me a heck of a lot of good right now.
また育成パートに戻ったっぽい。
I want the big hide check. I want the big hide check to come off. It's only got a nice 69% up here.
Nice.
Yeah. But as we go further on in the game, that number goes down. As you get further on in the dungeons, they put a bigger penalty on that hide check. And I really want Wayne to be able to hide in the shadows. We'll take that even with the low disarm check. Okay, we're going to go fight some more statues. Down here, this is the Grand Plaza. There's 4 sets of temples in there. There's the Temple of the Great Gods, Temple of the Greater Gods, and Temple of the Greatest Gods, as well as the Temple of the Mad God, which we'll be exploring in a bit. We are going to cast Word of Healing on John Oliver. You'll sometimes see me do that
これは
when the games first came out. In order to cast any spells, you needed a 4-letter code. So I've got a lot of them memorized, so they're just sort of second nature. Even though they've changed the way it
回復か
works,
な
to just be typing W, just as a simple check. You'll notice every so often Hoishin will be outlined in blue, and his spell points will go up. Standing in the sunlight is good for spellcasters. Who knew it? They recover spell points by standing in the sun. I could also do it selected that way. There we are. An Ogre Lord. And the nice thing about this is I can keep that there. There we are. Hide and attack. Attack, attack, attack. And everyone's ready for level up. This is a big important level up for Hoishin, because now we're up to level 5, which means 3rd level spells. And 3rd level spells includes a spell called War Strike. Will restore Hoishin's spell points. This is Roscoe. Roscoe sells magic points.
今の人何
War Strike is a 3rd level spell that damages an entire group of enemies. This means we don't have to fight statues anymore. Strength is not going to help us here. Hoishin is barely going to attack anything. Have to give up that 7. Yeah, I really want that last point of dexterity. Maximum for every stat is 18. And having 18 dexterity means basically that Hoishin is going to go first in almost every fight against enemies down here. There's a couple of 11s for disarm and hide. All right. Now we're going to go back to that wine cellar we were talking about.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
We absolutely do.
We have a generous $100 donation from the infamous bug that reads, "Amazing event and wonderful commentary / runs so far. Glad to be part of the speedrunning community, but more glad to be supporting this cause. Keep up the amazing work, runners, helpers, and everyone involved, including you watching."
Okay, so now we're under the wine cellar, we're in the sewers, and through this door is a group of 6 spiders. So we're going to attack them, and we're going to go over here and cast War Strike.
CO は、
Wayne is going to disarm
プ
the
レイヤ
traps
ーの
on
ス
them.
ペルキャスターなんかどうなんだろう、キャスター、魔法使いみたいな。
Scale armor there too. I can whip up a bit. I could have bought armor, but buying armor costs money, and I need my money. That's one reason I switch over to fighting spiders, other than the fact that it's,
一応ビットボーで決まった名前が、スペルキャスターの名前何にしますかで採用された名前がホイシンさんな
don't
の
get as
で、
much experience for them, but we do need to grind money as
面
well.
白い感じる。ギャークモ
Chainmail. Nope, no need. I'll sell it.
で、銀融詩人さんが、銀融詩人さんがジョン・オリバーさんとなっております。
Now you see the options on the treasure chest. Wayne can disarm the trap with a chance to fail. Hoishin could also use a trap zap spell, which would... Oh, there's some robes for Hoishin. A trap zap spell, which would open the treasure chest with no chance of failure. But right now, the traps on the treasure chests aren't that bad. But the worst we'd have to deal with is a rogue getting...
今の杯くるくるの人がプレイヤ
We've got the Thieves' Temple right outside that we can... No, I don't want
ー
to...
ワインに入れるのかな、ウェイに。
That we can heal him for free at. We found a flute. You might have noticed the sound that the bard's song is making is very fluty. The sound depends, the sound font they use depends on what instrument you're carrying, and that goes back to the Apple II and Commodore 64 days. Hopefully you'll get to hear a harp or a horn coming up, possibly even drums, if I get very lucky. So we need to go back and pay
戻
Roscoe
って
a quick
きま
visit.
した。久々、数十分ぶりに侍の登場です。
Can we get one more donation in?
Absolutely. Go for it.
We have a $36 donation from Mokomichi USA with no comment, but using my deductive reasoning, I think that was the donation that got us Hoishin in the party.
Nice.
おや
One of the interesting changes that they made when they updated the games, that was not an option originally, was that we're not taking advantage of it right now
なん
either.
か読まれま
They
した
allowed for female characters. The first 2 Bard's Tale games in the 80s, your characters were assumed to be male. And yes, they all had animated little images as well, so... The blades
また
did damage, not a big deal.
雲狩りに終わりましたね。
Yeah.
あー、ワインの蔵か。
Yeah, we're just gonna grind until we get a better grind. Hoishin, when we get our next spell level, will suddenly start getting experience very quickly. Because what we can do, because we're not playing the original mode, is we can fill the party up with summoned monsters. There's Hoishin's level. We're at level 4. Okay, yeah, keep going. Wayne is poisoned. You'll see the real-time elements do mean that we
Poison, ah.
damage every tick of the clock.
あ、毒だ。
Even outside combat. There are several real-time elements in the game. I've already mentioned... Oh, hello. Already mentioned Bard's healing. Combat starts with real
ああ、お
development.
金集めか。
So as you're moving through the dungeon, it's not randomly checking per step, it's randomly checking every tick of the clock. Spells and songs run in
雲
real
を倒
time,
し
not
て
the number of
ひたす
steps
ら
you
お
take,
金を集めてい
so
る。
things like that. So we're going to finish off this set of spiders. Oh, we didn't kill them all. That's all right. Wayne took damage and died, but, you know, he still opened the treasure chest, so we're good. Around here, up the stairs, out the tavern. This is the only place that might cause a problem.
で、戻ってきました。
We'll use a little arc fire. There we go. We'll revive Wayne. And we will go and visit the review board.
めっちゃ溜まりましたね。
I don't want to give it that 11. You know what? I can't take a 6. Can't take a 6. Need the big hide. If I wasn't gonna take an 11 and 6 game, it really wants me to have a 6 on that hide and shadows. Yeah, I'll deal with a 9. That's fine. 8 mad dogs. I probably should have taken them out. No, can't take 5 spell. Don't worry, this doesn't go on every time. There we go. Now, we go and talk to Roscoe.
Can I get in a donation here?
This is a perfect time for it.
We have $10 from Lone Weasel that reads, "Remember, every donation during this run goes toward ridding our fair city of the samurai menace that plagues it."
おい、侍目ね。
I have to give a big shout out to Lone Weasel. Currently, I'm here with my 5-year-old daughter. Obviously, she is not going to be up at 2 in the morning to watch me run an hour-long game. So Lone
一
Weasel
応
is
こちらの
currently
バーズテイル、テイルズ・オブ・ザ・アンノー
watching
ン。
over her, which
ウ
is
ィキペディア見たんですけ
a
ど、
wonderful favor.
1985年発売なんですが、
Big thank you there. Put them in.
一応、これはもうリマスター作品なのかな。うん。
I promise.
平和な街スカラブレイが邪悪な魔術師、
It's sort of like rolling
メ
downhill.
ンマン
Once you
が
get started,
永遠の冬の魔法によって下界から外界から
once you get started, once things
外の世
start
界から
rolling,
隔絶され
it gets
寂れ果ててしまったため
clearer and
何か勇気のある者が打倒のために旅をする物語です。
Party finds a mandolin. See, we get different sound, just in case the flute was annoying you.
最初探索できる場所が街の中に限定されていますが、酒場のワインセラーから入れる下水道をはじめとした
And there are
地下の
basements with
地下とか
real
城とかのさまざまなダンジョンが存在するとのことで。
spell. Cute. Sometimes I go to press yes before I've actually confirmed what I'm actually doing. The other thing you might have noticed is beside the hit points, armor class, AC. As I'm putting armor on them, it's getting lower. This is a game based on Dungeons and Dragons, again, from the 80s. Lower armor class is better. And that's how I grew up playing D&D, by the way. None of this difficulty check stuff. Low armor class was better, and we knew what THAC0 meant. Yeah, and if you hit 0 HP, you were done. Oh, there goes my light. Oh.
おや
I'd like to say I don't need the light to navigate the dungeons. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the spell points to actually do that.
あ
We'll
あ、
run
美味し
away
い
here.
な。
We'll reload. There we are. That will solve that problem. Okay, good. We're not actually going to fight that because I don't have the spell points to kill it. So running away in this game, you can run away from set fights. You can run away from any fight. If it's a boss fight or something that's set that's supposed to block your path, you'll actually back up a step and it won't, I said exit. It won't actually, like I could run away from the samurai to just bounce me back a step. And there's Hoishin's level.
なんかすごく出た。
All right, we're going to actually go here. We're going to remove Wayne and John Oliver from the party. We're going to go over here. Oh, 8 spell points. Beautiful. Spell acquiring. There it is. Elix Instant Wolf. The reason we do... All right, we can start filling up our party with
今
very
のと
good
こは
boys.
パーティー
And we will be seeing a lot of those good boys until we get up to the top level conjurer.
決めるためのギルドだったの
Those
か。こちら様なになになに
party full of
これ
good
何
boys. The first 4 characters on the party line can attack and be attacked in melee range. Anything 5, 6, or 7 cannot be attacked by melee or do melee fighting at all. So Hoishin is now unable to be hit by, say, spiders who can only attack in melee range. And Hoishin, being the only character present gaining experience, now gets 3 times as much experience as I was getting when the whole party was there. So again, once we start rolling, we start going downhill. Everything gets faster. I tried to run away. If
召
you
喚
try
の
to
ため
run
の
away and fail, it just starts a normal round of combat. We now have to use Trap Zap to open treasure chests, but that's fine. We have spell points. See? I ran away. It's fine. And we're still going to use War Strike. I know this is exciting, isn't it? Watching me go up and down stairs and kill the same 6 spiders over and over again. You should watch me run Ultima 2 sometime. You go in and literally kill the same thief at the front of a town about 100 times. This poor guy just has a terrible day. In and out, in and out. But we're getting 900 at crack this time. Make sure I don't run out of spell points.
Can I take a moment to update us on some upcoming bid incentives?
You absolutely can. Sounds like a fantastic thing to be doing.
All right, the next run we have is a run of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Death Knights of Krynn, and there is an ongoing bid war to name the 5 party members with the top 5 choices taken. Currently in the lead we have MS Kane, followed by Sakura Tsubasa, followed by Phil, followed by Poexel, and then we have a 4-way tie after that.
Ooh.
So get your donations in, and you can make the difference on that 5th party member. The next run after that is a run of Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire with a class bid war. That is a bid war between Thief, Fighter, and Magic User. Currently, with Thief in the lead with $100, but Fighter and Magic User tied at $25, although I have it heard from David TKI, the runner. He would like to
次
run
どこ行くんだ
Fighter.
ろ
So
Well-
get your donations in, folks, and make
you-
sure to put them towards those incentives.
You make that happen.
うこの猫寝てるおじさん
When
何
the
なんだ
runner
ろ
wants to run something. Well, one of 2 things happen. When the runner wants to run something, either the community gets together to support and encourage them or to stop them from that, whatever they possibly can. I don't know. I think sometimes I probably should be stopped. All right, we're getting close here. What do we got? 26,000. Okay. We're getting 900 a pop on these spiders. So, fight, cast. The other thing, I only have to input one command now, so it's even faster that way. My money's also getting up there, and with these summoned wolves, I can go and fight more statues. There's another mandolin, but I've got no one in the party to play it.
I thought we were playing Bard's Tale.
The bard is currently resting at the Adventurers Guild.
It is pretty late.
Yeah,
He
ちょっ
needs a
と
nap.
席外します。
don't we all? So, let's see. We're getting 900 a pop on these spiders. And this is like basically entirely safe. We're also getting a good chunk of change every time we open one of those treasure chests. I am using the Trap Zap spell to do it, which costs me 2 magic points every time I do it. Which limits the number of times I can actually... It costs me a couple of fights with the spiders. But it also means I'm not triggering traps and you know, getting my spellcaster killed. No, we've got... Yeah, the only thing non-diegetic is that trumpet call that when a fight starts, and the trumpet call that sounds the retreat when you go the other way. When you advance rapidly to the rear.
そうですね。現時、深夜2時半頃となっております。
Thank you, my very good boys.
Hey, organMike.
Hey, what?
Did you know RPG Limit Break is proud to once again partner with the Yeti to bring you 6 awesome t-shirts that are now available, plus pins. Head over to theyeti.com/RPGLB. Take a look at the designs, pick up the ones you want, and know that $5 from every t-shirt purchased will be donated to NAMI. Remember, Yeti is spelled Y-E-T-E-E, theyeti.com/RPGLB.
That sounds like an awesome deal.
Indeed, I'm looking at that SMRPG shirt. Have a look, everybody. There's a shirt out there for you.
現地コメント以上。
Come on.
現地コメント、現在は確かイエティとかの宣伝でしたね。
Get some more good boys in here. I'm actually a cat person, but, you know.
これ何割ワインの蔵だったんだろう。
There we are. Again, we're rolling downhill. You might also notice the day is waning here. The game has a day-night cycle. At night, the equipment emporium, like you can't... Oh, there it is. That wolf cry. I was worried about that.
うわ、痛そう。
Alas, your party's expired and gone to adventure heaven. It's okay. It just sends us back here. We'll just put Wayne in. We will live with that. When you enter
今のなんだ
the guild,
全滅した
if it's nighttime, it cost me a lot of money, but sometimes we do what we must. When you enter the Adventurers Guild, if it's nighttime, when you leave, it will be dawn. All right. We'll take that. And we need some more good boys. They weren't good enough, unfortunately, last time. Now we have Shock Sphere. 5th level Conjurer spell, Shock Sphere. It is like War Strike, but better. And it will let us stop with the killing of the spiders and move on to something even meatier.
ああ、なるほど。
Need a Mage Flame.
ほとんど小石さん
First,
で
there's
頑張るっぽい
definition
ですね。
of
あ、
heat anyway. There's a
あ、
trap right in front of us. I'm going to
お
trap zap
墓
it.
かうん。
Because if I stepped on it,
よくある
die.
海外
Zap.
の教会の地下にあるよく
There's
遺
also
骨でいっ
trap
ぱい
right
の
here. Right there.
納
And
骨
there's
堂
two
みたい
trap
な
zombies here. This is a shock sphere.
見えるタイプの納骨堂。
Now there are no zombies, and there's 23,000 experience, which is a bit of a jump from 900, I think you'll agree.
The map
カ
checks
タ
out.
コン
Yeah,
ベ
so this is
カ
the
タコ
burning
ンベ、
preparation
うん、
chamber. That's where the zombies are kept.
攻略する場所がありますね。
Now, one of the reasons I wanted all that dexterity and why I was pushing for it so hard is that often I can get off the shock sphere before the attacks happen, which is the ideal, because then I don't have to resummon my wolves. So we got those. We got 66 skeletons here. That's a war strike. That will not do what I want it to do. That's what I want.
攻撃の音はなんかすごいな。
There are probably like 2 or 3 people who know this game who know what's coming after this.
狼一匹倒れた。ああ。
I'm going to try not to spoil the surprise. I don't know that's much of a surprise. This is, like I said, you're constantly grinding better grinds. That's the whole
あ、
idea.
かもしれないですね。
We are looking right now for... That's fine. Need to go talk to Roscoe and get my spell points back.
すごい音したよ、やっぱ。
Hey, organMike.
Hey, what?
You may have noticed talk about incentives and prizes.
I
This-
may have, indeed.
Yeah, this means that you get to vote with your wallet to name characters. Get our
また
runners
攻
to
略に戻
complete
ります。
difficult or ridiculous tasks.
攻略というよりレベル上げ
Which
か
story you get to see in certain games. You can also become eligible to win prizes donated by community members. And all donations do go to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. For more information, check the channel bio for a link to the 2023 tracker.
If, for example, you wanted to name some characters in the Bard's Tale. Or, you know, name the hero of Ultima that I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. So yeah, now we're rolling. We're not quite tumbling downhill yet, but we're certainly rolling. One of the things I
めっちゃすごいな。めっちゃすごい音する。
Lyre, L-Y-R-E.
見た感じ、片方目集会っぽいですね。あ、本当だ。
They don't use their equivalent of magic points. They get
あ、今のそういうこと？
So that's going on the Bard.
今気づいた。
That is not actually
何匹おんねん。
Battle map up so I don't get lost. It's not working.
9体。
And 5 ghouls. Unidentified offhand. That could be a shield, it could be a wand.
溺れた子は捨てて、また召喚みたいな感じですね。
You can't tell that by
なんて
looking.
悲しい。
There's a few things like that. Like, I love when your characters pick up like unidentified gloves, and it's just leather gloves that they've seen 100,000 times because they're sold at the store. You know. There's level 6 spells. We are close. 230,000 experience is where we need to be to get level 7 spells. And at level 7, we get the infamous Apport Arcane spell, which is a teleport, which allows us to move through the dungeons pretty freely, meaning that we don't have to actually do a lot of exploring and finding things. We can just blip ourselves straight to the boss.
敵の数ともさ、やっぱそんな感じですか
Sure,
ね。
we'll allow a swordsman to join. Every so often you run into random monsters in the dungeon, and they'll just say, "Hey, let me in," and you can attack them if you want. I mean,
45。うん
you know, he's not going to last any longer than the wolves. There's another lax liar. The bard can't use 2 of them at the same time. It
なん
would
か
be
新
awesome,
しい
but unfortunately you can't.
子いますね。ソードマン？
So this game, interesting fact, this game controls using either the arrow keys, Mithril Bracers, hello. Either the arrow keys or WASD. The original, of course, if you've ever seen an Apple II or a Commodore 64 keyboard, they don't really have...
66匹。うわ。
That was a low initiative roll.
だいぶ死んだな。うわ。
J, K, and L.
Excuse me?
またキリストで召喚してる。
Wow.
Use I for advance. J and L would turn. And K was... There was no reverse. There was no turn around. K was actually kicking a door. If you wanted to move through a door, you had to use K. Yep. Those were the original controls. All right. The other thing we get at level 7 spells is a better summon. We got ogres. Ogres aren't worth... I mean, if you're actually playing the game casually, ogres are better than wolves, but what we got now is something which should not be in this game. We'll take it. Acquiring. Elix Instant Slayer. What is a Slayer? The name speaks for itself. Note that minus 15 on the armor class.
スレイヤー、スレイヤー。
Those things don't get hit very often. So yeah, Slayers were introduced in the second game, where more enemies would be using spells and would be able to hit much more powerful targets. I forgot to change my character class. So with 4 Slayers at the front of the party, not a lot of things hit us. We're going straight to Sorcerer. Get our first level Sorcerer spells. Now we go back in here, speak to the priest, and we are going to cast our first Apport Arcane. We're going to go north 8, 11, and up -1.
11。
Second floor, stairs down. We'll take
なんか
it.
コマンド
So
入
notice
力。
Mr. Angry Skull up here. He tells us area curses have been detected. We cannot target an Apport Arcane here, and we cannot cast Phase Door. That's fine. We don't need to target Apport Arcane there. We can target it to the stairs. Here's 36 ghouls. They're gonna die. And we'll just let the Slayers.
スレイヤー、ああ、なるほど。お化けみたいな。
And there's 82,000 experience.
座標。
Yeah, now we're moving. We're gonna lose our mini map for a bit because I'm gonna. Whoops, hello. I'm gonna get teleported. Oh, I'm gonna lose my light too. Run into the wall. Thank you.
話進んだ
So getting teleported causes your mini map to go away until you cast a spell to reorient yourself, and I don't have that spell, so I'm going through this bit. Whoops. Without the mini map. Run away, and 66 zombies.
66匹。
Players do the rest.
すごい多いわ。
Bard sword does the same thing as a lax lyre, except it's a weapon instead of an instrument. Get teleported again. This is anti-magic, so it puts out my spell. Then we've got darkness. One of the neat things with the graphic
うん、
arcane,
暗い。
you can see in the dark if you cast a spell. So I'm walking around here, and that's an anti-magic square. And first boss, King Aelin.
いやー
Now, mortal men, I will drink of your souls, he hisses. One Spectre. Spectre is not immune to Slayers, so, yeah. The eye has been added to the party inventory, which is something we need.
あれもう倒した。
You get teleported back. If you change floors, you reorient your map. Check my experience. Need one more fight over here.
「なんかすごい声した。
And one of the other nice things with the mini-map is that we have this, well, mini-map, which you can use Apport Arcane directly on. Boom. We're going to get rid of this Slayer who got drained. In the original game, there was a neat little experience glitch with the drain stat. Take a few levels. Oops, not what I want. And we need to class change into Wizard. Now we're going to go get our party back. So with the drain stat in the original game, it actually drained a level away from you. So you had...
ギルドで最初に連れてった2人もやっと加入し戻ってきました。
You got drained, you would end up with 999 experience. However, it also applied the status of drain to you. So you finish the fight, get your experience, go get your level up, and then go to the temple, release the drain condition, and get another level. And when you're talking with high... oh, we're going to lose this one. Yeah. Okay. This is the tough statue. Come on. Still at 20 feet. Okay, so we had to advance to him. There we go. Thank you, Slayer.
なんだ今の。
So yeah, with a high-level wizard, you're talking millions of experience per level. So, oh yeah.
あ、城に来ました。
We'll use Seekers. Oh, actually, we're going to go and equip the Bard's sword. And the eye, so we don't lose it. Finn's flute. Back to a flute. Anything else that we want to put on? I've been picking up stuff.
これ何してんだ
Dagger.
アイテム
Can't equip things to monsters.
進化してる、ホイさん。ホイシーさんが
Stuff.
進化してる。
Stuff out. And we will use our Bard's song, the Seeker's Ballad, which puts light up. Going to Apport Arcane, 3 to the west. We get a crystal sword. Saves me going through the whole dungeon. We go 3 south and 3 east. Stairs going up. Again, Mr. Angry Skull is angry. We cannot actually teleport to this floor. Don't want to fight that. There's a trap in front of me.
どっち下水道、お墓、城なんで、城のことは後半かな
Tried to run. We'll just reload. 'cause I
終盤に来たそうです。
Sometimes it's faster to take the fight if you can get away with it. There we go. Smoke in my eyes. So any clue, this guy is going to tell us, have you come to answer my riddle? Once man alive, now living dead. It drinketh blood and stealeth breath.
ウィザードマン。
Frozen Spade, any clue?
Perhaps a vampire.
That's exactly it. We get over here, and we get a silver square. And from here, we're going to Apport Arcane. We're going to go north 5. We're going to go east 11. We're going to go up 1. And we can land here. Hey. A sign on the wall reads, the barracks. Official robes are required. Official robes. We need to change our bard song. The Traveler's Tune. Note, my armor class just went down. That's what the Traveler's Tune does. The legions of Baron Harkin stand before you, recognizing you as intruders. Death to them, they scream. I left this down here. Intruder alert.
セリフ読んでますね。
The room is filled with 99 berserkers, 99 berserkers at 20 feet, 99 berserkers at 30 feet, and 99 berserkers at 40 feet. So this looks pretty bleak, except for the fact that 99 berserkers cannot hit armor class minus 18. So yeah, this is not going to go well for those berserkers. Actually, while we're here, we'll do that. We also picked up this lovely little spell, Mangar's Mindblade. It hits all foes, not just a group of enemies, all enemies. Sound warning, you may want to turn this down when the mind...
まさか99。
going through here. Here we go.
多すぎ。いや、すごいな。いや、すごい音。ドドドドドドって。
And then they get to miss 100 times. It's great. And we'll just do it again.
Wow, うわぁ、もう数の暴力じゃん。うわぁ。あたたたたたじゃねえんだよ。
And yeah. Just let the Slayers finish him off.
はい、OK です。これでいいのかな
That's divided 3 ways, by the way. So we're just going to Apport Arcane.
すごい数だったな。
+6, +3, -2. This chamber is filled with magical energy. Poison's spell points are going up. This is my only break in the run. That's one of the fun things about doing retro RPGs. You start and you just keep going. There's no break at all. It's wild.
Can we use this break for a couple donations?
Absolutely.
We have $20 from Palmer that reads, had to dono to support a fellow late-night warrior.
Hey.
Keep up the great run and energy, Mike. I'd also love to thank the team of multiple people off-stream that are there for every run, making things function. Every run we get to enjoy is made possible by more than us runners. Thank you all.
Absolutely.
Dono goes to this incredible runner, organMike's choice.
Oh, goodness. Well, what's coming up to make things? Well, you know what? The David wanted to do a fighter for Quest for Glory. Let's make him do a fighter.
Let's do it.
You're welcome.
いや、すごい音だ。いや、どんだけおんねん。いや、数が単に多いだけなんで。同じ見た目の敵がいっぱいいるだけかと思います。
A broom, nice. If the party's if you're playing on, we don't want to get rid of the silver square. We want to hold on to that. If you're doing legacy mode, oh, I just threw out the crystal sword. Cool. I didn't know I could do that. I hope I can pick it back up, because otherwise I'm in real trouble.
わあ、もう6桁になってる。
Let's see where that be. That would be -5, -12, -2, and then -3 more. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna go +5, +15, +2. Oh, hey, you guys are back. Guess what?
あ、また稼ぎのためにまた戻ってやってんのか、これ。
Can we give a donation a shot over the machine gun fire?
Sure.
All right, we got, and bear with me here, $10 from Le French Restream.
Ooh.
In English, they say, this donation is to rename Surge as Llama in Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition. Surge Llama is a French singer. Good luck and have a nice marathon. And I'm going to do my best here. Bonjour, on va tenter de renommer Sergei and Llama dans Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition.
いや、多いわ。
Marathon et gardez la peche.
Merci beaucoup, mes amis.
はい、戦闘終了です。
A fire mandolin. Oh, that just made life much more interesting. So we're going back to mandolin. And we will apport arcane. And we're going to go back to the chamber filled with magical energy. The fire mandolin gives the bard a breath weapon. There are fire horns as well, which are nice. There's some big ones. Hopefully I can get frost drums, which does give me a drum sound for the music. And we're just going to wait for our spell points to come back a bit. And then we're going to move on. We'll do one. We'll go through the barbarians berserkers one more time. Yeah, it's one point every half second. So for 50 points, about 25 seconds to go.
Can we get one donation in?
Go for it.
We have $15 from BDR. Never heard of Bard's Tale or organMike before, but loving both. Great stuff. Game looks great. Enjoying the commentary. Here's to a brilliant finish. Thanks.
Never heard of me, eh?
また戻ってきたわよ。
Okay, last time, I promise. We can use that fire mandolin to speed things up just a bit. So the bard has a breath weapon now.
もうちょい
Okay,
か
so
な。
that's the last time I need to do that. Shield staff, how nice. That'll go.
一目そびれた時を最初に作ったキャラで
We'll give it to.
仕留めてる感じかな、これ。
There we go. And you're going to need the crystal sword eventually. We're going to change our bard song to the Seeker's Ballad so I can see where I'm going. Head down here. And 2 squares south of me, which is the direction I'm facing, is a statue of a 15-foot tall warrior. Will you approach it? Yes. An eye levitates from the parket.
なんだこれ。
Goes to the statue's empty
金。
socket. I love this. I hunger. The statue comes to life. Gaze at the awesomeness of one mad god. The language in this game is fantastic sometimes. And yeah, it's not
セリフ読んでくれるのありがたいですね。
all right. So we got teleported to the north corner here. We're up here. We were just over here. We can't get through these iron gates normally, which is why we need to get teleported here. This is Kiliaran's Amber Tower. We turn west immediately, walk through here, and get teleported. We lose our visibility here. Step through here, and we get teleported again. We're standing on a spinner. If I try to turn, it will turn me in a random direction. So I'm just going to step off it, go around this way. We have to answer a question here. Name the one of cold, foretold, twofold. Oops. Let's do it right. It's Stone Golem. You find clues about that through the game, but I know the answers to the puzzles already. We're going to walk in the darkness to the wall. We're going to turn around. We're going to walk to the next wall. Turn around and answer this one. There we go. Walk to the wall. Walk over here to the wall. Come through here. Big long corridor.
時間帯的にラス
And I want to save
ラス
before
ダン
going
か
through
な。
this door here because there's always 6 green dragons on the other side. And if I don't manage to run away, they will kill me. We're going to cast a magic compass so I know which way I'm pointing. Here's my compass right there. Because I'm in darkness. I need to go both 1, 2, 3. North, 1, 2, 3 to the wall. Then north through here. Silver triangle has been added to the party's inventory. I need that. Go south. We go east, south, west. South to the wall. East to the wall. South to the wall. We go west, north, west, north, west, west. South through the door. And we're out of the dark.
あと、うん。
So
そうそのコメント見るに、今の心眼チャットだったっぽいですね。
square and a silver triangle. And oh, through this door, crystal golem. Yeah, we'll fight it. We'll let the slayers take care of it. Giant figurine. It comes back to life. Magic mouth. So the crystal golem, for whatever reason, is programmed to always drop an item. Thieves' darts. Interesting. Adamant dagger. Ag's arrows, not useful, but sell nicely. Okay, now we'll stop. Didn't get anything really useful. All right, so we're going to kick out our slayers. And we're going to use our wizard spells to summon some undead. So the deal with the crystal golem, the only way to kill it is with that crystal sword that I accidentally threw away. Which is why I needed to get it back. We're going to change our bard song
う
to
ん、
the
アン
Wailing
デッド
Cry.
を召喚しましたね。
And now the goal is to buff the bard up using
この後なんか
Palpatine's
使うんだろうか。
Fury and other buffing spells that we've got here, like Battle Skill. And try not to get Wayne killed as we do this. Seeker's Ballad, Wrath of Valhalla. I did not want to cast on myself. Hide in the shadows, please. Seeker's Ballad, Wrath of Valhalla on John Oliver. Good, he got hiding. All right, now we hope John Oliver can kill this thing quick. Yep. 17 points of damage. Back. We need a healing spell. Regeneration, John Oliver. There we go. Ali's Carpet, good. And we're going to switch my song back to Seeker's Ballad. I'm going to change my equipment back to the Bard Sword. Equip Ali's Carpet. And now we have a very long winding path. More enemies in it than I'd care to count. We don't those are all random encounters. There's nothing set in here. So if you explore the darkness area, you get a clue to beware the sting at the end, south, it says it like that, of the serpent's tail. So this little winding passage is somewhat serpentine, I would say. Somewhat serpentine. Goes on a bit. We've got 2 doors. This one's south. So it warns you.
今の声何？
And then if you go through there, if you hold out long enough, you can.
部屋入った瞬間なんか叫んでたんですけど。
Reopen the door. I'm walking around spinners here so I don't get spun. I need to go through this door. And this is the last corridor leading up to Kiliaran. Kiliaran is a friend. He's not an enemy. He's going to give us the Onyx Key. Without the Onyx Key, we cannot get into Mangar's tower. Mangar's the bad guy who's cast the spell of Eternal Winter, who's frozen the entire town in place. So Kiliaran gives us the Onyx Key to deal with that, and we can leave. So that's Kiliaran's Amber Tower. Also, we killed a whole bunch of Berserkers. Just get a bunch of levels, eh? All right, spells. All the way up to level 7. Class change. Hoishin to Magician. And give us our Slayers back.
だいぶ育ちましたね。
We've got so many new ones. We got like Summon Herb. Herb's awesome, but Herb doesn't have the nice armor class. Herb also casts Summon Herb. So if you have one Herb in your party, all of a sudden you're going to have a full party of Herb. Herb also comes from the second game, so a little bit overpowered for this one. But again, doesn't have the nice armor class. Okay, now we need to go back to that wine cellar. There's a samurai in my way, though. Samurai's not equipped to deal with slayers.
沙織さん、お久々。
I should actually go into my inventory and start tossing things I don't need. Should have actually stopped and sold things, what I should have done. But... Need to hold on to that Onyx Key. You don't want to have to go through Kiliaran's tower again. All right.
顔つけられるん
Back
だ。
in here, Wayne, order us some wine. Now there's a 3-level dungeon under here, but we just need to go south 6, south 5, and down 3. Stairs just go a long way up, and we're in the bottom corner. Again, behind gates we couldn't get. There's through there is where we fought the Ogre Lords. So without the Onyx Key, you don't get this map. You just say there's a big tower here and you can't get in. Hoishin, upward arcane. So that's -9 and no, -7 plus 4 and plus 1. 2 shapes yours. One's round. Speak the shape.
あ、真実の口？
So again, we got a square and a triangle. Frozen Spade. Any idea what the third might be?
Could it be a circle?
It could indeed. The silver circle has been added to the party inventory. Any idea why those 3 shapes?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I think my guess is a little better than yours, actually.
Let's hear it.
Well, this game was published by a small company in the 80s called Electronic Arts. And in the 80s, their symbol, their logo, was made up of a square, a circle, and a triangle.
You learn something new every day.
So that, see where it says 2 darknesses there? That means we got teleported. That's okay, I know where we are. We need to trap Zap behind and trap Zap before. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now I'm on a spinner. You see my compass here? Just change direction randomly. Every time I turn, it's going to turn the way I want it to and then change direction somewhere else. I want it going this way. Because we are going to go through here. This is all darkness, which is why, despite the fact me singing the song, we can't see anything. No, thank you. Little anti-magic, which is why my compass disappeared. The Keymaster! He has something to sell me. I'll buy it.
いました。
The Master Key. The Master Key has a really interesting property. Those spinners that I was talking about, it nullifies them. Which takes out a
黒も
problem
の杖持ってたからね、黒マサになったのかな、どうなんだろう。
exploring
Hoishi-san.
dungeons. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Random encounters are spicy today. Through this wall. Speak the 7 of the one god. You find all these clues throughout, but I know what they are. Hey. Lie with passion and be forever damned. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn south. 1, 2, 3. There's the wall. Here's a fight. I do not want to fight that because I will lose and lose badly. And here, these stairs would not have appeared if we hadn't done the lie with passion bit. We're going to trap zap through here. If I were doing all 3 games, I would be sitting here fighting these guys.
50。
We'll use that fire mandolin. Bard has
久
breath.
々にベシベシきました。
Because here is where we can find some really awesome pieces of equipment. Spectre Mace, Zen Arrows. Both of them really cool pieces of equipment that I can't use. I was really sort of hoping for Frost Drums. Oh, I should cast Locate Traps. Because I sometimes forget. There's a spinner, but we can walk right through it.
いたぞというより1匹、
There's a trap
さっき
here.
の50近くいたんで、
Cast Dry Sight.
で、
And
グラフィックが一体だったんで、ボコボコにしてる風には見えますね。
a little bit of darkness, a little spinner. There's a trap up here.
画像、絵面があれですが、一応一人ずつ倒してるって感じです。
There's 2 red dragons here. If you're not playing music, they attack you, and it's a bad time. The greatest son of Odin gives me a Thor figurine. My goodness. I don't know that I can get through this. Let's see what happens, though. Master Ninjas shouldn't be a problem if they're that far away. Run. Ah!
すげえ。
Hide. Use. Uh,
大丈夫かこれ。
Thank you. Okay. What have we got here? We have Beyond Death, which is going to bring back John Oliver. We're going to put our order back. Okay. Put our order back. We're going to get rid of those Slayers. We are going to recast our Slayers. I'm going to look at my magic points and cringe. And that was really dumb. I thought I had one more square. All right. Where did I save? Okay, yeah, sure. We'll use Repel Dead. And fire. Okay.
Can we get a donation in here?
Yeah, I just got to redo that bit. Wasn't that far.
Yeah, while we're redoing that, we got a donation here about our Berserker grind. $10 from Wind Bliss. Magic Missile. No, my friend, no. In Bard's Tale, we have the Magic Gatling Gun. Stay classy.
I will do what I can. My goodness.
何今の？
Encounters really been spicy tonight. Must be this computer. That's it. We'll blame the tech. So we get teleported here. This square does something really weird. Turns all walls into doors and all doors into walls. So if I go back to the map, like, here's where we fought the ghouls. That's now a wall. It's really weird. It's a neat little puzzle. I've never seen anything like it before or since. We'll use that broom, which gives us a levitation spell, which means we can go up through a portal. Get teleported here. Get hit for no reason. Death to those who would attack the Mighty One. Smoke in my eyes, limiting my line of sight. And 5 Storm Giants. And here is the Possession Trap. One of my characters gets possessed. In this case, Third Slayer. Not a problem. We'll cast Dispossess. Done. Do not wish to continue. There's a fight here. Run away from. We're going to re-up my Seeker's Ballad. Get teleported. Traps. Oh, dry sight, please. And zap that trap away. Turn down here. There's a door. Go through here. Walk around that square because there's a forced encounter there. Go up here. And what do you do with a pool of boiling liquid? Well, you jump in, of course. We get moved. And 4 specters here, but we don't have to fight them. We'll just run away. This is a corridor that hurts me. Now, square, a circle, and a triangle. Here's why I think this has to do with Electronic Arts. You see farther. Passage has been granted. Their motto at the time was, we see farther. So, cute little reference, I think. I'm going to trap zap. I'm going to walk through here. We're going to change our song. The one which we... That's not a song. That's a song. The Luclaren. Gives increased protection against spellcasting. All right. Now we're going to double check because we're about to go on after Mangar. The antechamber of Mangar the Dark, evil
ラスボスですかね。
Don't look.
一応。
Mangar glares at you with deep hatred.
いや、
Die,
さっきウ
mortal.
ィキで見たこの人。
This
この
is
名前。
ugly. This is always ugly. This never goes well. Just to warn you. I'm expecting it. Hide in shadows
2体デーモンロード、
Use
3体のヴァンパイアロードを召喚しました。
We're going to go Seeker's Ballad. We're going to cast Farfo and try and push those demon lords away before they annihilate us. Okay, that's actually good. Believe it or not, that's good. We're gonna hide in the shadows. Now notice Wayne is moving further away from the parties. Attack foes up to 20 feet. Next, we're going to throw up... We got one Vampire Lord there. We got Demon Lords coming at me. Another Luclaren. We're going to throw Farfo at that one Demon Lord that's a little close. So that doesn't happen. All right, Wayne. Okay, we're going to
大丈夫かなこれ。
monsters from the party, but that's probably not going to work yet. Okay, it's all on Wayne's shoulders. This is not unusual for this. He's going to attack Mangar. Mangar is dead. That's fine. We still have to beat the fight. If he ever misses a hide chance, we're going to have to reload. Hide. Hide. Stop that. Well, at least instead of killing Wayne... Okay. When we return to the Adventurers Guild will be time. Kiliaran shows up, says our crest in Scarborough is fulfilled. The spell of winter will soon end. He gives us a bunch of experience points and a bunch of money and time.
あ、はい、終わりました。グッドゲームです。
Thank you. So there,
最後のラスボス、携帯、見た目、携帯変化したんかな。お疲れ様でした。
I do all three at one back to back, but there's also a fun little Easter egg they threw in here. If you go to the temple of the Mad God, and instead of Tarjan, you say the word burger. Thou hast uttered the most unspeakable word. Prepare to die. And you get this fight. And then if you beat this fight, you get another fight to follow. Anyway, thought I'd show that. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to being back in a couple days, and I'm having a great time. So, thank you, Frozen Spade. Again, thank you.
手振ってるからか。
for looking after Charlotte while she sleeps, and thank you to everyone who makes this possible. This is a wonderful.
敵の数見るにすごい理不尽ですよ、これ。
This is,
は
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, organMike, for that really cool run of Bard's Tale, Tales of the Unknown.
はい。画面変わりましたね。はい。というわけで、バーズテイルカテゴリー 2% でした。はい。次の作品準備参ります。一旦失礼いたします。司会もここで交代となります。はい。では失礼いたします。
Go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Death Knights of Krynn, any percent, performed by David TKI. Hang tight.